Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Amber and I make videos on YouTube about selling clothing and shoes on the Poshmark app. In today's video, I'm going to go through 16 items that I just listed on Poshmark, tell you how much I listed them for and why I decided to list them on Poshmark. So first I'm going to go over how I got these items. My aunt's mother-in-law just recently moved into a nursing home and she had a ton of clothes, and so she went through them and chose the ones she wanted to take with her, and she left behind probably 250 clothing items. So my aunt messaged me, asked if I would be interested in going through them and then listing on Poshmark whatever I thought could sell and was worth listing. And then we as in their family and I are going to split the profit 50-50. So like I said, there were probably over 200 items and I ended up choosing 16 of those to list on Poshmark. Most of the items, they're in good condition, but they're not brands that have a high resale value. So used items from those brands do not sell for a very high amount. So most of them are like $5 to $10 resale, or you'd have to lot them up to get $5 to $10. Everything I have here I think can sell for $15 or more on Poshmark or on eBay. I am going to cross list this all to eBay. Let's start with this hat. So first we have this hat. It is from the brand Conte de Florence and it is a wool blend. So this is the one thing I don't have listed because when I took the pictures of this hat, I took it with the brim all flipped up like this. And then I looked at all the solds and they had the brim flipped down. So I realized I just took the pictures like a dork. So I'm going to retake the pictures of this hat, but I'm planning to list this at $25. Next we have some shoes. So first are these 9 West boots. They're in really nice condition, and the mother-in-law, she actually wears the same size shoes I do, so I'm actually going to pay them for these boots and keep these for myself. Then we have 2 pairs of shoes. They are the exact same style. They are by the brand Naturalizer. Normally I don't pick up this brand. However, these are in perfect condition. I don't think she wore either pair. They're size 8.5. All the shoes are size 8.5. And I listed these both for $22 a pair. Again, they're in like new condition, and they're also, I'm hoping someone will bundle them maybe and buy both of them. And so those are some of the reasons that I decided to pick these out of all of the items. Again, like new condition and potential for bundling since I have the exact same shoes in 2 different colors. Alright, so a few more shoes. So next we have these Soft Walk sandals. And I chose these because they're in nice condition, and the comps I think were like $20 to $25. When I say comps, that means what other people have sold a similar item for. Let me double check what I listed these at. So yeah, so I listed these at $20, and that is what I'm hoping to get for them. Next up are these shoes. I almost kept these for myself. However, I decided not to just because I already have similar shoes to these. So I listed these at $35, and based on comparable sold listings, that is how much I think I can get. Probably a little less because I probably have to take an offer. But this is the brand. I don't actually know how to say it. They have a very similar look to Birkenstocks. It's N-A-O-T. I will be keeping an eye out for these because it looks like there were a lot of solds in that $20 to $40 range. Again, I started these at $35. Probably have to take a little bit less, but I at least started them there. Next, we have a pair of Toms. They do have a little bit more wear than the rest of the shoes that I chose to list. However, Toms are a brand that are more popular with younger people, and Poshmark tends to bring in more younger people. So that was part of the reason that I chose to pull these out of all of the clothes. And I listed those at $20 as well, I'm pretty sure. Yep, those are listed at $20. And then the best shoes in terms of resale value are these shoes. They are from the brand Echo, E-C-C-O, there you go. And almost the exact same shoes, I think these are probably an older style of the shoes I was looking at, are selling for $110 on the Echo website. So again, I chose these because they have a high retail value and they look like they weren't worn at all. So I listed these at $38 and I'm hoping that I can get somewhere close to $38. I was actually expecting the resale value to be a little bit higher than it was. Again, most of them are in the 25 to 40 range. I started at the top and we will see if I can get something close to that $38 mark. So you'll notice that a lot of the items I chose are jackets and shoes. This is because these are items that retail originally for a high amount and therefore they usually have a higher resale value than another item. Like if you have a t-shirt by a brand and you have a pair of shoes by that brand, generally the shoes are going to have a higher resale value. And so that held together with what I picked out, mostly jackets and shoes. Alright, so next we have this jacket. It is leather. The exterior is real leather. It is by the brand Tribal. I feel like I should have got a nicer tag. I mean a nicer hanger, but whatever, you guys get the idea. So it is by Tribal. I picked this one out because, like I said, it's real leather. It's in really nice condition. It's super unique, and I could see someone on Poshmark picking this up for sure. I listed this at $25, and it is a size 6. So I did model the clothing as well. The mother-in-law, she must be the same size as me in shoes and in body because I was able to model the clothes. I don't model shoes, but I could fit her shoes as well. All right, next we have 2 faux leather jackets. One is a small and one is a medium, and one is a dark brown and one is a light brown. So I listed these both at $20. This one is the small. So it is a dark brown faux leather jacket. And this one has a little bit of wear on the sleeve. But again, in choosing the clothing items, I really try not to choose anything that had flaws. This one has just very, very minor flaw. And then here is the light brown faux leather jacket by the same brand, and this one is in a medium. And this one does not have any issues whatsoever. Next is this wrap cardigan. So it's long like this and you can wrap it in the front if you want. And the reason I chose this one, the brand is nothing that I'm familiar with, Red Twist. And when I looked this up on Poshmark and eBay, I couldn't really find, maybe just 1 or 2 sold listings by this brand. However, I picked it up because it is 100% cashmere. And people do specifically look for cashmere items regardless of the brand, and so that is why I chose this item. And it is one size. I listed it, I think, as a medium. Yeah, I listed it as a medium and I listed it for $18. So again, because the brand is not sought after, I didn't list it at a really high dollar mark, but I started at 18, and since it's cashmere, I'm hoping I can find someone who likes cashmere and likes the style of this cardigan. Next we have this sweater. I was super excited about this sweater. It is oversized, it is wool, and the tag I thought was really cool. It is a vintage. It had a 1992 dry cleaning, like, what do they call it? The dry cleaning tag stapled on here. So definitely vintage, hasn't been worn since the 90s, and it's from the Aaron Sweater Market in a size large. Unfortunately, once I modeled it, I realized that there are holes in it. So there is a hole right here, and there is another hole right here. So because of that, I was debating if I wanted to still list it, but I think if someone just wants a cozy around the house sweater, this is perfect. Like, put on a long sleeve underneath, put on your sweater over the top, and you'll be super warm, and if you're just sitting around your house, no one's gonna notice the holes. And also, when you wear it, the holes are kind of bunched together, so they're hard to see anyways. So if that was in good condition, I would have listed, if it didn't have holes, I would have listed it at like $45 or $40. With the holes, I listed it at $25. And again, that might not do so well until next fall. But I wanted to get them up, and I'll put them in inventory, and then hopefully next fall I can find someone who wants a nice cozy sweater. Next, we have a vintage Calvin Klein jean jacket, and they said that their grandma, or the kid's grandmother, so her mother-in-law, never wore this jacket. It is in really nice condition. It does look like it has some natural de-stressing on it on the front, and it has this big Calvin tag, and it is a size medium. So I've sold another vintage jacket for like $35 or $40, and I'm starting that one at $50. Right now those jean jackets, especially vintage oversized, are very in style, so I started it high. Again, it's not good that it's the spring, but hopefully maybe I'll sell it before the fall, and if not, it'll have it listed and ready to go for the fall. And then the last two items are completely out of my normal comfort zone. They are vintage, and I picked them up because they're really pretty and unique, and I know that there are like people have vintage parties where you're supposed to dress up in a certain decade, and if someone has one of those parties, I'm sure they're gonna be looking online trying to find something cute, and I think these would fit the bill. So first is this dress. The mother-in-law had worn the dress and then put it, like got a dry clean, put it in her closet, and it's been sitting there for decades. So it's still in perfect condition. It has these puff sleeves on it with 2 strands of, what do you call these? Gems or stones or something. And it has a belted front, and it hits like a couple inches above your ankle. And then it has a belt with 2 adjustable lengths on the belt. So I did model this, and I'm pretty happy with the pictures. It also has these closures in the back, and I'm starting high on these because, again, if someone has an event, obviously right now they're not going to have one, but in the future there probably aren't going to be a ton of options. And this dress is super cute. Like I said, perfect condition, has the shoulder pads, has the puffy sleeves. So I started it at $85, and I probably won't get that, but I'm gonna at least try and like leave it there for a while and see what happens. Then we have this suit set. It is this floral suit set with these really pretty buttons on it. And again, it's in perfect condition. It was still in a dry cleaning bag. Sorry, it's not in perfect condition, it's in near perfect condition. There is 1 stitch missing on the skirt closure. So basically the skirt closure has like 3 stitches on it, and one of the 3 is missing. So other than that though, it's in really, really nice condition. It has these 2 bows on the front, and I listed this one at $55. I started it lower because I feel like a suit set isn't, like, I can't think of a lot of occasions where you'd need a vintage suit set, but it is gorgeous, it is super unique, and so I still started it higher, and then I will wait and just see what happens. Did I talk too fast? I'm out of breath. That usually means I talk too fast. Thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and as always, I will have a new video out soon.